Nationally, but locally, a Northampton County man is helping the bird thrive here. Meteorologist Drew Anderson explains on how. Drew, a fascinating tale here.
It's really cool how one person can make a big difference. And I had the opportunity to hold the bird. This is the first time I've ever held a wild bird in my life, and it was such a cool feeling. Let's chat all about those American kestrel. In Northampton County, Paul's making a difference, one bird at a time.
I have a permit, state and federal permit to ban birds. Someone would see it, they go, oh my God, look, it has jewelry on it, or bling now that we say.
But that bling is really like a social security card for the bird. It's the bird's records. This bird right here has been banded for life. Now, anyone that finds this bird will know exactly where this bird has been. And there's a big reason why researchers want to track certain birds, like these American kestrel.
There's been a very big decline in the American kestrel across the United States.
Tracking the birds helps scientists answer why.
The theory that I have is the habitat.
Local grasslands are hard to come by as the land around us continues to get more and more developed.
Kestrels need habitat to find mice, find grasshoppers.
That's because the American kestrel are birds of prey.
These are birds that really have to hunt for their food.
On top of all that, the American kestrels have to find a shelter that can serve as a nest. Unlike other birds, they're not capable of building a nest.
So we gave them the opportunity to find a place to nest. I mean, I have 100 boxes out there.
Scientists are learning that nest boxes help the American kestrel populations grow.
You build it, they will come.
They need to be at farms or in grasslands.
And that's why I'm so successful in my program. Areas like where I am, all farmland. And of course, right here, I'm looking out over Grand Central. There's plenty of grasslands here.
He's talking about Grand Central landfill. That's because when landfills fill up, they get covered up with grass. So over time, landfills become grassland nature preserves.
I just had a guy out last week. He never knew what a kestrel was, and there to have the joy of holding him, he said, I just can't believe this.
And I know what he's saying.
The American kestrel was just something else. As you probably saw, Drew, seeing it face to face.
I'll admit, it felt a little spiritual as I was holding that wild bird. And if you want to help out these local birds, we have which bird boxes they like the most at WFMZ.com. All right, so ever since doing that story, now I'm looking at birds to see, do they have something around their leg? And this is pretty interesting. This is my friend's house. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a pigeon up there. And the day after I did that story, look at that. There's a bird band right on that pigeon. I didn't get close enough to see some of the details, because what you do is you go to a website, which we have for you at WFMZ.com, to enter in that information of the bird to help scientists track it. At this article is waiting for you on our homepage. It is so cool to see these birds up close. And I got to tell you, I was a little worried when we started banning the birds that it was going to hurt the bird, but that's not the case at all. They're not piercing the bird. It's just a metal bracelet, really, that goes right around the bird's legs. And that metal bracelet truly serves like a social security card for the bird to help these scientists figure out, okay, what can we do better to help the populations increase? And what was neat when we checked things out, because that day we were banning 5 newborn American kestrel, they had some pretty cool tech. What they do is, so they're not disrupting the nest, they actually put cameras in the bird boxes to see, is anyone home? Is it time to give them a bird band? And the whole goal is to do that while they're young. If you're interested in having a box on your property, we have those details right here of where to find it. In fact, the Pennsylvania Game Commission, they have some boxes you can buy. They're about 25 bucks. And what's also interesting is you can grab some bluebird boxes. That's my favorite type of bird. Blue's my favorite color. Can't help it. Just love it. And then bat boxes as well. So that is what's going on with these cool birds right there. And I just love that one person in Northampton County is making a difference.
But Drew, here's the question. So the bird is banded.
Yes.
You can, if you get the number of the bird, you can look it up online. How do you get the bird? How do you go up to like get the bird and look at its little tag there?
Well, remember, a lot of birders, right? They got the binoculars, so that's one way. The truth of the matter is, a lot of times it's for when they die or when they pass away, you report where they died and where you found it. Obviously, that's going to be the easiest way to get a hold of the bird. But folks actually will report it when they see it just out in nature. There's a big community of these bird watchers.
You see them in the park sometimes. All right, Drew. Thank you.
Very cool.
All right, you ready for a steamy forecast?
Am I ready for a steamy forecast? You know,